Have you been paying taxes unnecessarily? Tax season is approaching, and the Congressional Budget Office estimates that the U.S. government will collect $2.6 trillion in individual income taxes in 2025. However, many claim that income tax collection is unconstitutional. Books like The Law That Never Was and the Tax Protester Movement argue that the 16th Amendment was never properly ratified and that paying federal income tax is voluntary. Even the Supreme Court once ruled income tax unconstitutional in Pollock v. Farmers Loan and Trust Company. But is there any truth to these claims? Let's examine the actual Constitution, amendments, and tax laws to find out. The Constitution and taxation. The U.S. Constitution grants Congress the power to levy taxes. Article 1, Section 8, gives Congress the authority to collect taxes to fund the government. Article 1, Section 9, originally required direct taxes to be apportioned among states based on population. Before the 16th Amendment, the government mainly relied on tariffs and excise taxes. However, as the economy expanded and Civil War debt soared by 4,000%, Congress introduced the first federal income tax in 1861. This tax was repealed in 1872, but economic inequality and monopolies led to renewed calls for taxing wealthier Americans fairly. In 1894, Congress passed a new income tax, but the Supreme Court ruled it unconstitutional in Pollock v. Farmers Loan and Trust Company. The ruling made it almost impossible for Congress to impose an income tax without state apportionment. To fix this, Congress proposed the 16th Amendment, ratified in 1913, explicitly allowing unapportioned income taxes. Common tax protester arguments. 1. The 16th Amendment gave no new powers. Some argue that because the Supreme Court once stated that the 16th Amendment gave no new power to tax, the income tax remains unconstitutional. However, this misinterprets Brushaber v. Union Pacific Railroad Company, where the court ruled that the 16th Amendment clarified Congress's existing power and removed the apportionment restriction that made income tax previously unconstitutional. 2. The 16th Amendment was never ratified. This claim originates from the Law That Never Was, which argues that states misreported their ratification or made grammatical errors. However, extensive investigations confirmed that the amendment was properly ratified. Courts have repeatedly ruled that minor punctuation differences do not invalidate an amendment. 3. The Fifth Amendment protects against filing taxes. Some claim that filing taxes is self-incrimination, violating the Fifth Amendment. However, the Supreme Court ruled in United States v. Sullivan that while specific incriminating answers on a tax return can be omitted under the Fifth Amendment, filing a return itself is mandatory. 4. Paying income tax is voluntary. The IRS uses the term voluntary compliance, leading some to believe that paying taxes is optional. However, voluntary refers to self-reporting, not whether tax payments are required. Federal law mandates filing and paying income taxes under Title 26, Section 6012, requirement to file income tax returns. Title 26, Section 6151, requirement to pay taxes owed. Title 26, Section 7203, penalties for noncompliance. The IRS enforces compliance through audits, wage levies, and asset seizures.